Good evening, Mikey Espinosa here. So while I was editing this video, I noticed that there were I was deciding, do I put music in this or what? Because from my perspective, it seems a little bit slow, but then I don't know, there was just something very ASMR about it, and I think it's because when I was baking, I was just trying to keep the volume low, and I don't know why I just ended up filming the whole thing like that. But yeah, I guess if you're up for spending time with me while I bake this Victoria sponge cake, yeah, I hope you enjoy this ASMR video. Yeah. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. It's the day before my mom's birthday, and today I am going to make a birthday cake. I'm gonna make a Victoria sponge cake because that's the only one I know how to do. So we have self-raising flour. I will need, I'm literally reading this, 200 grams of unsalted butter, softened, plus extra for greasing, 200 grams of caster sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Do I have? Yeah, we have. 4 medium eggs, 200 grams of self-raising flour, plus extra for dusting, 6 tablespoons of, it says raspberry jam, but I'm going to use strawberry because strawberry is better in my opinion. 250 milliliters of double cream whipped, and ice sugar for dusting, but I'm gonna make the cream myself. I'm not gonna have ready-made ones. So I'll show you how I do that. This is my weighing scale that I got from Wilkinson's, and I'm trying to, right now, it's saying that I have to have softened butter. I've been cutting it to try and make it easier for it to kind of soften. Some of the packages, they have measurements printed on them, and I'm very, very bad at maths, so having no guideline is a struggle for me. I've survived cooking and baking without an A-grade math, so study hard, don't be like me. Life would be so much more easier if I was good at maths. So now I have to add caster sugar to the butter, and the first time I made it, I used regular caster sugar, and the Victoria sponge cake wasn't spongy. And then a friend, shout out to Jacqueline Ellis, she told me to try golden caster, and when I used it that time, it was a lot more spongier, so some good advice. Okay. 200. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. Smells really bad. So now I have to beat well into a creamy consistency. So this may take a while, considering that the butter is still quite hard. Using the whisk, I'm going to beat the mix until it's runny and smooth. Kind of creamy consistency, and I have to add 4 eggs in here. 4 eggs. I remember my friend Stephanie, she used to say, "Why do you crack your eggs like that?" And I said, because it just makes things easier. I don't know, it's just the way the yolk runs after I crack it. And when she would do it, she would kind of just do it like this. But when she did it, it got really messy. But how I do it is like this. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe I just grew up on fancy looking egg beating. But yeah. Some of you may find this noise a bit gross, but I don't. The 200 grams of self-raising flour using my weighing scale. Now I'm going to sieve it so that we don't have any lumps in there, and it's going to be smooth. If you have a mixer, lucky you. If you don't, just keep mixing, keep on going. No matter how tiring it may get, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah. This is what we're looking for. This. Now with a buttered pan, I only have one. It would have been a lot easier if I had two. It would have been quicker, but unfortunately I only have one. So I'm gonna fill this up halfway, and then afterwards, once this one's baked, then we're gonna do it a second time. Smooth. Turn on the oven onto setting number 5. I don't know what that is in degrees, and just let it stay warm. And then once it's warm enough, then that's when I'll put the batter in. And while I'm waiting, I just continue doing house chores. Let's have a look at the cake. Ooh. Okay, so it's rising, so we're just gonna check if it is dry inside. Look at the bread. Perfect. And after washing the tin, that's when I use the remainder of the batter for the top part of the cake. So for the buttercream, we need 300 grams of unsalted butter and 600 grams of icing sugar. And I have to cut up the butter again. Okay, I'm going to assume 300. Let's see. So all of this is approximately... No, it shouldn't be approximately. All of this is 250. 250. So this and the small bit of another one. Let me try and make these ones smaller than the other one that I had to blend because that was stressful. How are you guys doing? Tell me. Talk to me. Talk to me. The icing sugar. So, I'm not graceful. At this point, I just ended up using a blender because my hands were too tired. My arms were too tired, and this was a lot easier. Two hours later. Ta-da. I'm going to let this cool down, and in the meantime, I'm going to chop some strawberries. So now I have these fresh strawberries that I bought, and I've washed them, and to disinfect them I've put them in what was it? Sorry, it's really late now. I put them in apple cider vinegar. I kept them in there for a few minutes, and I feel like it also gives it some flavor. But yep, I'll be cutting the top, and you'll be seeing what I'll be doing with these. So now that's done, time to do this. So here I am just using cut up strawberries and just creating a pattern inside, because that's just how I like it done. Then I put the top part of the cake, and voila. So that was today, and tomorrow I'll finish it off by putting the icing. So you'll see it tomorrow. It's the next morning, and it's time to ice the cake. These ones are made by Jackie. And I'm gonna ice this. There's no other clean way to do this, because last time I did, I put like a sieve there. I failed. And here is the finished product, and I think the pink and the red all go well together, and I added some blueberries to decorate the sides. Everyone was happy with it. This is my third time only making a Victoria sponge cake. I can still find ways to try and make the cake itself spongier, but my mum liked it. I don't know if she was just being nice, but everyone seemed to finish it. So I guess that's a good sign. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, and subscribe.